everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is of course my December plan with me and bullet journal setup. Can you guys believe that this is the very last month for 2017? I feel like this whole year has been such a whirlwind, from starting bullet journaling and doodling and switching my channel over to art. You guys have been so supportive and awesome, and I just wanted to thank you for that. Just a little moment of appreciation. But anyways, I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal for this month. You guys know the deal. Before we get into it, as usual, I wanted to showcase your recreations from last month. You can see them above me. Look at how amazing they look. You guys seriously kill it all of the time. Be sure to send me recreations from this month or any other month. You can do so on my Instagram at mandarhdoodles. Be sure to tag me in the photo, not just the caption, because then I can like and comment on all of them. You can also follow me there because I've been doing a lot of fun stuff. I've been posting a lot more doodles and spreads, and I've also been live streaming every single Sunday my weekly setup. In the future, I want to do more doodles and drawings, but you won't know unless you follow me. I also did want to give a quick shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. You guys know I love them and they are really the best to work with, so I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But without further ado, I'm going to hand you guys off to the voiceover. As you can see, my theme for this month is snowflakes and snow. I thought it was just very wintry and it would go really well with the seasons. I know that for some of you it doesn't snow, but for me it does snow. So it felt very festive and perfect for this time of year. And I really love the way it looks. It looks very magical, like the snow is falling. And I just feel like I want to wrap myself in a blanket and drink some hot cocoa when I look at this spread. And I really hope some of you are doing exactly that as you watch this video. I drew larger snowflakes, smaller snowflakes, as well as circles and dots to give it a lot of depth, and I feel like this does a very effective job at making it look like the snow is just gently falling. The accent colors that I used are some pastel, mint, and turquoise colors. I'm using a Tombow dual brush pen as well as a couple zebra mild liners. Of course, as usual, I will link all of the products that I use in the description box below. Anyways, for my monthly spread for this month, I, of course, am doing the standard calendar layout that I've been doing in recent months. And at the top, I wanted to make it look like there was icicles and snow piled up. I thought it was just kind of a fun thing to do. I love this theme because there's so much playing around and experimenting you can do with the doodles, which you guys know I love. So I can't wait to get creative with it all throughout this week and do some more spreads. For this month, I even experimented with new styles of lettering. I did this style, which is a serif font, very basic and standard, but I think it goes really well with this wintry festive theme, and it's something a little different than what I normally do. In terms of the dot spacing for this, each individual box for this is 6 by 6, and then I left 2 dots on the right and 2 dots on the top. This is of course for the Leuchtturm 1917 A5 dotted journal. And I decided to put the December title on the bottom this time, which is again something a little bit different, but that's just because I had a layout in mind. I have my YouTube growth tracker on the left hand side, and you guys know me and my drop shadows. Gotta add those drop shadows. I feel like it really just does add so much of a difference. Whenever I add a drop shadow to something, I'm much more happy with the way the spread looks. In the spaces all around the calendar, I of course drew some more snowflakes of all shapes and sizes, which I love getting creative with the designs of the snowflakes. It's so much fun for me. I do want to do a little snowflake tutorial. Let me know if you guys want a whole video on that, or if you want just me to post it on my Instagram. Let me know in the comments below, but again, I love the way this looks and it's making me so in the mood for Christmas and the holidays. And now I'm probably gonna go watch Christmas movies after this because it makes me so happy. I decided to fill in the ice/snow at the top of the calendar with the turquoise color just to give it an added pop. My next spread is my mood and habit trackers. For this month, I didn't do any crazy creative mood trackers. I went back to my box standard layout, except I did it vertically this time, and I just wanted to do this because I have been struggling keeping up with my trackers. So Whenever I have an issue with something from the previous month, I try to change it in the next month to fit my lifestyle, and I do know that December is going to be crazy busy for me, so I'm not going to have time to uphold my bullet journal if I have to do a lot of, things every single day. So I thought this layout would be really good for me this month. As you can see, I put all of the habits that I want to track at the top, and then the mood is just going to be a standard line graph. In the empty spaces, you guys know what I put in there. Gotta put those snowflakes. And then on the page on the right hand side, you will see that I did a video ideas spread. There's not a lot to talk about this spread just because I tend to keep it pretty blank because I want to have enough space to jot down any random brainstorm ideas that I have. I did put the title in that same serif font and then put the snowflakes all around it like a vignette of vignette? Is it vignette or vignette? I don't know, but it framed the page very nicely. I know that this spread doesn't necessarily apply to everyone because not everyone has videos to make, but you guys can apply it to your lifestyle as usual, whatever you see fit. The next page that I decided to do is a little off the theme, but since it's December, you guys know I had to do a Christmas spread of some sort. So I decided to do a Christmas gift list, which is a spread where I can write down all of my gift ideas for the people in my life, my family members, my friends, and it's just so festive. Like, look at it. I put Christmas lights at the top, Christmas trees at the bottom, as well as gifts and ribbons and all of that fun stuff. Also, don't worry, I am currently working on another video which is completely separate where I show you even more Christmas and holiday spread ideas. That will be a fun video, but I didn't want to do all of that in this video just because December doesn't necessarily mean Christmas for everyone, so this is just a sneak peek of that upcoming separate video. So for any of you who are already excited about Christmas, stay tuned for that video. On the page next to this one, I decided to do a lettering quote doodle page where I just had fun and was creative. I drew some large and in charge snowflakes. These were pretty hefty, and I made them look like they were hanging from the top of the page. These were so much fun to draw and to come up with the intricate designs of the snowflakes. And then in between all of these snowflakes, I did the words "Let It Snow." Of course, classic, have to quote a holiday song at some point. You know how it is. The brush pen that I'm using is the Tombow Dual Brush Pen in, I honestly do not know the color off the top of my head, but I will leave it again in the description box below. And I had to add the turquoise in somewhere. I went back in with some brighter colors for the Christmas gift list page because it felt like it was missing something. So I know that these colors don't necessarily match my theme, but it's the holidays. There has to be a splash of color in there somewhere. So I added red for the ribbons, and then the Christmas lights were multicolored. It reminded me of Stranger Things a little bit. And then the gifts, of course, at the bottom had to be colored in as well. I love these two spreads together. They look so incredibly festive. I know I keep saying that about every spread, but come on. The last spread I'm going to show you for December is my weekly spread for the first week, and I wanted to tie it all back together to the first couple of spreads in this setup, so I did the same icicle snow border at the top, which I think adds such a cool effect. I did the weekly events sidebar on the left hand side, and just so you guys know, each individual section of the weekly event sidebar is about 4 grid spaces. So that would be 4 times 7, 28 total. That's for the height of the sidebar, and then the width is about 10 grid spaces. I added the snowflakes, except this time I didn't use the fine liner to draw the snowflakes. I used the turquoise markers. This made the snowflakes a little more subtle, and that way I could add the black lettering on top. For each of the daily boxes, the height was 9 and the width was about 12, and I believe I left about 2 or 3 grid spaces in between each box. I've been doing this layout mostly because I love having the weekly events sidebar. It's just so helpful for me to figure out where I need to be and my appointments and events and all of that. I'm not sure if this is just a thing that I love. I've always wondered whether other people enjoy the weekly events sidebar as much as I do. So let's do a little poll. There should be a poll popping up in the corner, so take a vote. Let's see the love for the sidebar. Anyways, in the bottom empty space, I decided to draw a little snowman because it went perfectly with the theme and it's so cute. Instead of leaving it completely white or coloring it in with the mint color, I just did a light drop shadow on the side of the snowballs, which I think turned out very well. Of course, on the top right empty space, I did a mini monthly overview. To be honest, there's not really a grand purpose for this. It was just the perfect shape and size for the empty space that I had. Anyways, here is the flip through of my snowy, icy, wintry, festive December bullet journal setup. Alright everyone, that was my December bullet journal setup. I hope you guys enjoyed. As usual, if you want to send me any of your recreations, be sure to do so on my Instagram at AmandaRachDoodles. I would love to see them. I did also want to mention that I do have a Skillshare class going on right now. You guys know I love working with Skillshare. I've been such a huge advocate of theirs for a while, and that's just because I really believe in their platform and what they do. If you don't know what Skillshare is, they're an online learning community with over 15,000 classes in photo, illustration, design, lettering, everything, and one of those classes includes my own. I go through the basics of creative journaling, and there's a lot of exclusive content there, including doodle tutorials and lettering tutorials. It's a really fun time, and you don't have to sign up just for my class. There is a ton of other options as well. Premier membership starts as low as $10 a month. You can teach a class, you can choose a class to learn from, and you can even learn on the go on their mobile app. So it's just really awesome. If you want to check out my class or any of the other classes, you can click the link in the description box. There's also a 2-month free trial available for any of you guys who want to try it out. A lot of you guys have messaged me saying that the Skillshare class was very useful and helpful, so I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you, Skillshare, you guys are the best. So I hope to see some of you guys there, but I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have an awesome day and keep doodling. Bye guys.